Welcome to the guided meditation series of audio files from OptimisticBrain.com. For more information about mindfulness and optimistic reframing, please visit our website at www.optimisticbrain.com. If you're a Facebook member, please join our Optimistic Brain Facebook group. Open and allowing meditation. The following open and allowing meditation is a very useful meditation that teaches us to notice when we are not living in the present moment in an open and allowing stance. When we take an open and allowing stance, it allows us to let what is happening around us just to be. Practicing becoming more open and allowing teaches us the ability to release the need to grasp at the wanted or avert at an unwanted experience. This grasping and averting is at the root of much of our suffering. This exercise helps us see that what we experience and observe is always changing, transforming, and passing. When our mind wanders while we meditate, the act of noticing this wandering is the practice, and we gently guide it back to the present moment. We may start out conducting this allowing exercise in a quiet place, and as we develop this skill, we can bring this stance into our everyday lives. All meditation exercises teach us several skills. We learn to be more consciously aware and observe what is happening around us in a non-judgmental stance. We learn to increase our ability to focus by practicing focusing on observing the present moment. We learn that it is okay to start over, and we learn to be patient and accepting of what is. The more one practices, the better one's skills become. The key to benefiting from any meditation practice is to practice regularly. The science tells us that it is better to practice for 5 minutes a day for 1 week than 1 day a week for 35 minutes. Let's begin this meditation. We begin this meditation by closing our eyes or gently focusing on the floor in front of us. Rest your arms in your lap or down by your side. Let's take a few slow, deliberate breaths in, and then slowly exhale this breath so that it is a bit longer than the inhale. And repeat this extended breathing exercise for 2 more breaths. For the remainder of this meditation, just let your breathing return to its natural rhythm. Now let's continue by focusing on the present moment, by noting our thoughts and images, or perhaps noting our emotions, or perhaps our body sensations, whichever grabs your attention. As we observe what is happening in our minds, in our bodies, we consciously note that these are just experiences that we are observing. As we observe them, as we observe these experiences, we take an open and allowing stance by just letting them all be. If at any time during this meditation no sensation comes up, you can simply return to the present moment and focus on your breath. Also, if your mind wanders away from the act of observing, then gently note that you notice this wandering and gently guide your mind back to the present moment focus. An open and allowing state is one that releases any need to grasp or avert at any experience. Are you noticing any clinging, for example, to a thought or an emotion? Do you want a good feeling perhaps to stay around? Or perhaps are you pushing at a sensation or feeling to go away? If either of these is happening and you are noticing this grasping and or averting, then gently guide your stance back to an open and allowing state where you are allowing anything and everything to just be present, and you are the observer of these experiences. You may want to quietly say to yourself, I am safe and I am just observing these experiences. As you go about this meditation, remember there is nothing to fear. This practice of being open and allowing teaches us to become more comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. This skill helps us to understand our automatic actions much better, i.e., the actions that we take that we may not even be aware that we are taking. When we place some distance in our automatic actions, then we can learn to act more consciously and deliberately, and more wholesomely, and even more productively. When we experience observing our present moment focus, we are doing so in a non-judgmental stance, meaning that we do not judge ourselves when our focus wanders off, and we do not judge ourselves for the content of what we are observing. You are not good or bad for observing anything. You are simply observing. If your mind wanders away from observing at your present moment focus, then gently guide your attention back to the object of your focus. And in this case, the object of your focus is present moment awareness. As with all meditations, this act of noticing when your mind wanders off of your intended focus is the point of the practice. The more you notice, the more you are practicing. For the remainder of this meditation, focus on the various thoughts and images and emotions and body sensations that arise within you. Keep that open and allowing state. And remember, you are just observing what is. The gong will sound when the meditation is over. Thank you for participating in this meditation. If you'd like more information about the benefits of mindfulness and mindfulness practices, please visit our website at www.optimisticbrain.com.